We go. So we've completed the self-myofascial release therapy, upper body, lower body. Now we're going to go into what's called the dynamic warm-up and mobility piece. So first thing I like to do is jumping jacks, standard, nothing new. Scoot back. And he's going to do about 20 jumping jacks. Give me one good solid jumping jack. 1, 2, 20. Good job. From there, we like to go into what's called a sprawl. The good thing about the sprawl MMA move, really good technique. It serves as a springboard to the lower body. You use the core to spring yourself up, and your hands become almost obsolete in this movement. Hands usually serve as a bridge or a plank going into the down position, but when you come up out of the up position, it's pure core. So we like to do about 20 of these, and sometimes we'll combine a combination of 20 and then 5 and 5 single arm. So we're going to do 2 sprawls to kind of show you the motion, and then we'll go 1 single sprawl as well. So give us a quick demonstration. Sprawl. Boom. Comes up. Now watch as he springs up using his core. Springs up using his core. Give us a single hand. This is going to be a single hand. We like to switch it up. He's sliding. He has socks on. He likes to spring up. His core is bridging, and he's totally using that core to spring up into the up position. All right, good job. From here, we like to do a little bit of what's called an inchworm. So the inchworm is another good movement because it works on the core, helps open up the hips. Go ahead. Starting position, he goes down. We like to use about 10 steps, small steps with the hand. We go out to complete plank, and then we use baby steps to walk ourselves back up into the up position. Focusing on stretching the hamstrings, opening up the hips, so we're getting mobility. And then as we walk forward with the small hands, we're opening up the shoulders and the chest, also elongating the core, getting a good stretch. All right, we like to do this for about 10 repetitions. 10 repetitions. Good job. From there, we're going to go into what we like to call prisoner squat. One more quick hip opening movement. Go ahead. Crosses his hands, goes deep, focusing on the squat. This is, again, simple technique. We're not trying to completely exhaust ourselves, but again, we're getting mobility. All right, from there, go ahead and lay down. We like to go into what's called hip rotations. So the hip rotation, we lay down, hands are fully out, almost in a crucifix position. We're going to rotate our hips to the left. Nice and easy. Spring yourselves up with this core. Goes back to the center, goes to the opposite side. We like to go 6 and 6. Go ahead and cross your right leg over your left. From there, we'll go to what's called a single leg hip thrust, okay? From here, we're going to go 6. Go ahead. Go ahead and put your hands up. Hands in front of you. Hands in front, thrusting the hips, ensuring that we really don't want our hips to come back and touch the ground. Okay, so we're thrusting up, again, opening the hips, getting a good stretch at the same time. That's why they call it dynamic warm-up and mobility. Go ahead and switch sides. So you'll go 6 and 6. You'll switch sides, and we'll go from there. From here, we're going to do leg drops. Go ahead and do a leg drop. Keep the right knee bent. We're going to lift up the left leg. We're going to drop it down to the ground. As soon as it's about to come about 1 inch from the ground, we're going to bring it in. So drop it to the ground, bring it in, suck it in right there. So again, you're bringing it up, you're dropping it to about 1 inch from the ground, and then you're pulling it in. Pull it in, drop it, drop your heel down to the ground. Pull it in, drop it, lift up the other leg. Drop it, inch from the ground, pull it in, just like that. Lift the other leg, drop it, pull it in. And from here, you're using nothing but core, using nothing but hips for this motion, for this movement. Okay, from there, we'll go into what we call a push-up plank. Push-up plank, another interesting movement. What we'll do from here is we're going to go into what's called knees to chest. We'll bring the knee in nice and tight, nice and slow. And we'll do that for about 8 repetitions total. From there, we're going to drop the right leg, and we're going to what's called pigeon, or half scorpion. From there, we like to fully elongate ourselves out. We don't want to remain in a fully stretched out position for this because, again, we're doing dynamic. So we're going to do 6 push-ups. 1, nice and slow, and 6. Good job. And from there, all you're going to do is raise up, and you'll just switch legs and do the exact same motion on the opposite side. 1, 6. All right, good job. So from there, we'll do what's called a hip bounce. So it's a grasshopper essentially called a grasshopper, where we'll go into the push-up plank position. We're going to take our right leg and we're going to cross it over to our left side, rotating our hips and bouncing. Go ahead, lay down. Slight push-up, bringing yourself back up. Slight push-up, bringing yourself back out. Slight push-up. All right, from there, we'll go into what we call a full scorpion. So for the full scorpion, very critical movement because now we're going even more dynamic. All right, we got a lot more movement involved. We're going to raise our right leg and bring it to our left hand. All right, so that's slow motion. Once you get the movement to where you're comfortable, then you fully rotate over. Full rotation's over. From there, he's going to pop up on his knees, and he's going to go into a pivot push-up, also known as an archer push-up. Go ahead. And what he'll do from here is he's just going to rotate himself over, turning his hands, looking into the direction. Nice and easy, come up. And he'll do that roughly 3 to 6 repetitions on each side. Okay, we've opened up the hips, we've opened up the chest, the back, and at this point, this is pre. So we're doing all these movements prior to starting our workout, which will ensure that our functionality, our mobility, and our efficiency is about 30% better than if we would have not done that at all. So from this point, we'll take you into the gym area, and we'll go ahead and go over some of the movements on the workout.